me try quickly to bring Brent up. I see he's there in the audience. Oh. And Mr. Martin's there as well. Awesome. Hi, McFly. Oh, what have I kind of done here? Hold on, sorry guys. Just trying to figure this out. I'm on my phone at the moment because my little one's still awake and I don't want him to, I don't want you guys to have to hear him. Wait a sec. Okay, awesome. Hello, Red. Welcome to Bangkok, by the way, and happy birthday, I think.
How old are we today, Red? 21? 22?
Oh, tomorrow's her birthday.
Oh, it's tomorrow, okay.
I'll try and see if I've got some time this weekend, Red. I'll reach out to you. You know, we can go out for a meal or something.
Yeah, I was meant to be in Bangkok this week, but I can't make it until, I think, the 12th. I need to double check. I think it's the 12th I'll land.
She said she's 19, Ben.
Lovely.
Hello, Macedon.
Hello. Love it. You're going to Rayong. Okay, if you go to Rayong, check out Koh Samet, the island off mainland. It's beautiful.
Hello, Brent. How you doing, mate?
Oh, living the dream.
Morning.
Sorry, getting out of my mind right now.
Yeah, it's been an interesting week. Been a very interesting week, but yeah. Right, well, okay, I think maybe, guys, let's just get started then, you know, and then we can put out an announcement afterwards and then get this YouTube video out, you know, get this recording out. I mean, basically, we've had a little bit of an interesting week this week. So to tell you guys pretty much what happened this week is last week, you know, we had a meeting with Pierre, and Pierre asked us to put together the amount of funds that we had available for him, and he needed to present that to his board. You know, so which of course we did, you know, so we sent him the amount of funds that were available, And then Pierre contacted us after that, and he said that, yeah, basically he had now a little bit of a problem because initially we had said that we were going to be able to raise about 250,000 euros. And I mean, I think we were sitting, if my memory serves me right, at about 180,000 euros. And so then Pierre said, well, now he's got a little bit of a problem because he needs to be able to buy the 5 drones. Because initially when we were all having these discussions, we were going to be growing up from 1 drone to 2 drones to 3 drones. Then his question to me was, right, well, you know, can we then still be able to do the raise to, you know, to reach the 250,000 euros? You know, which I told Pierre, we're trying our best to do. I mean, we're going to, you know, we still got a lot of people that are interested in purchasing NFTs, and that I personally felt that we would get very, very close to this 250,000 euro mark. But then again, obviously, once the NFT minting closes, you know, then the NFT minting closes, so the final amount that we raised would be the final amount. However, again, us as the core team, we would then take the hit, you know, to provide the rest of the funding from our side. So he went with all this information to his board, and then I received an email from him on the 1st. And I mean, this was now where we've been, I mean, I think you guys have noticed we've been quite quiet in the Discord, but I mean, behind the scenes, we've been arguing and trying our best to secure everything that we can secure. But basically his board already had an angel investor that was prepared to put in the 250,000 euros. And then they decided that this was a surer bet than us waiting to see if we could potentially reach that amount. So then what we did with Pierre was we said, okay, that's fine. I mean, you know, we have no control over that. So then we were trying to find ways that we could work with him on a same return as what we'd promised the NFT holders. Because, I mean, obviously that was our promise and that's what we need to fulfill. And to be honest, guys, we're struggling with that. We're not getting we're not coming exactly to where we want to be with Pierre on those numbers. So we've made the decision that we are giving us until Friday, this Friday now, to try and bring in the exact same conditions for the NFT holders. And if we cannot achieve that by this Friday, then we will be refunding all the NFT holders next week, all the money that they put in. So basically for NFT holders, you guys will get a full refund. And just bear in mind that us as a team, I mean, our expenses, we're shouldering that. I mean, that was our promise to you. And I think that's the responsible thing that we always said we would do. The only people that will be left in a hole here, if you guys like, would be us, the core team, will not be you guys, the community. Which again, like I say, was always our promise to you guys, and that's a promise that we will stand by. So by Friday, I will release a update of if we've managed to reach an agreement with Pierre. We will present that agreement to the NFT community if we've managed to secure it. And if we have not managed to secure that by this Friday, then the refunds will start come next week. I'll have to have a chat with Kyle, who's the dev. You know exactly how that will look, but I mean, we will get all that information out to you, but you guys have my word that those refunds will be done before Friday next week. If that is the case. I mean, basically that's just the info I wanted to give you guys. I mean, we are thoroughly disappointed. I mean, I won't even tell you what an emotional roller coaster of a week it's been for us here. But yeah, I mean, sadly, I mean, I do understand Pierre's point, is that he does need to get his business up and going. He's got the demand. I mean, he actually told me that he probably needs more than 5 drones, and he can't wait for if we reach those amounts. He needs to go forward because he's got his contracts that are in place that he needs to reach those obligations. This angel investor, because when I said to him, I said, hold on a minute, why don't we work with the angel investor? Why doesn't he put in the missing amount? We put in the missing amount, and then we can kind of share it, and the angel investor had already written them out a check. That money's clearing in their account. It's cleared in their account this week. So I mean, that was part of the negotiations and part of the discussions that were happening in the background. And I mean, thoroughly disappointed. I mean, I don't really have much more to say on that. I mean, Ben, do you want to maybe chime in? I mean, I'm still a bit heartbroken, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a few guys have said. I mean, Twitter and Discord has been relatively quiet. With given the information we received last week, I mean, just from a legal standpoint, we can't really go and ask or onboard any further mints. I see Red's comment there about getting the minting back open. I mean, we are in negotiations with Pierre, but as it stands, we legally can't do that right now. I mean, we've pretty much been asked that, listen, close the mint. We have the money. Thank you, but that's it. So if we were to then go and promote, buy these NFTs, we've got this project here, we've got the castle, we've got, all these things lined up. I mean, we have no legal standpoint to be asking people for money at that, where we're at. So yeah, like Greg said, we'll continue to talk to Pierre. Friday, we will have 100% yay or nay, or can we negotiate something where we keep the same returns? If we can't, then it will just be a full refund for every single person who minted an NFT. But the problem is we're in a situation where we're trying to do something new. I mean, we're trying to merge traditional finance with crypto. And, I mean, the mentality of the people in crypto is so much different to the mentality of people who've been in the stock market for 40, 50 years. And that's who we're up against when we're dealing with board members and these angel investors. A lot of these people look at crypto like we're just some kid in a bedroom. We have no idea what we're doing. We're all scammers. We're all tarred with this not very nice brush. I don't know what the word is, but I mean, it's an unfortunate situation to be in, but yeah, it's a challenge that we're going to face again in the future with any other projects. I mean, any time that we're trying to merge Web 2 with Web 3, you're going to have Web 2 investors as well. And unfortunately, I mean, it's caught us out this time, but we won't let it stop us. We'll speak with Pierre, and like I said, we'll have a big update by Friday for you guys.
Yeah. I mean, Red, you asked a very important question there. Yeah, of course there was a contract. There is a contract in place. But, obviously the contract in place did stipulate that we needed to have the 250K. So even though we had an agreement with Pierre that, I think we've mentioned it before, the 100K, the 150K, the 250K, which we would then go and handle from our side. Obviously the contract did stipulate a 250K. So the problem's not that. I mean, Pierre, he's very regretful of the situation, and he's, I would almost say, almost equally upset as us. But when it went through the whole board and they saw someone standing there with a check basically guaranteeing the 250K, if you look at it at a Web 2 mindset, of a proper company mindset, it pains me to say I understand them. I really wish that we had taken off and reached the 250,000 euros in a heartbeat, and we'd been able to fulfill that. Sadly that just wasn't the case. So again, I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed. I'm heartbroken. All the things that you want to add to that. But from a business standpoint, where he needs the money to go and set up his company and to be successful, and he's having a look at a guaranteed 250K sitting right there, or a possible 250K. I kind of understand why the board members took that decision. I don't like it. I really don't like it, but I do understand it. If we manage to get it. Now, the thing is, what we have spoken with Pierre, because there is going to be a second round of funding, and this is actually the light at the end of the tunnel that I'm really looking forward to. He would need a second funding by December. So this is one thing that is not off the table, is that at least if he can get launched here in July, and we're still going to follow up. I mean, we're still on very good terms with Pierre. Granted a bit of frustration, but still very good terms. So if he can get all launched up in July, and if we can see that everything is running as smooth as silk, and he needs his second round of funding, we've already asked him if we can be part of that, and his answer was yes. So worst case scenario is on the second round of funding in December, we could possibly get a foot into those doors. We'd have to go through those tokenomics, of course, with him and present that to you guys as the community. But yeah, I mean, even if we had to get to the 250,000 now, the problem is he's already accepted the cash from the angel investor. So it's not on this round. I don't think we're going to be able to get in. If I want to be 100% honest with you guys, I'm not saying that it's a dead cat walking. But, there is still a potential there, but we might have to wait till December. But again, we've always promised the community that we would never, ever hold any funds hostage. So, I mean, if that is the case, that December there's going to be a second round, you would still all receive refunds by the end of next week. And then if you guys want to join in on that second round, with whatever that looks like, then by all means, you're welcome. Yeah, but I think the most important thing is for us now to put our actions where our mouths are, and our actions were we will not, our mouth always said we will not hold any funds hostage, and that's the important thing that we're going to be doing, guys. Mike, it could knock December plans. I agree, it could. I mean, I can't say separately on that. I mean, but I mean, at the end of the day, the thing that I'm going to hold my head up high with, is even in December, if no one wants to join, is that us today, we did what we said we would do, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So yeah, and I mean, if December comes out and if those look all right and if the community want to join in, then go ahead. I mean, we will always present the opportunities, and we will always, again, I think that's what we've always said, take our communities, what's the word I'm looking for? Take our communities'
best interests
into consideration. And I mean, that's always what we said we'd do as a team, and that's what we will always do. I mean, we've all been through these rug seasons. We've all had, I mean, to give you guys an idea, I mean, we haven't taken 1 cent of the mints, not 1 cent of those mints have we taken to use to spend on marketing or dev fees or anything like that. All that money has come from our pockets. So basically every single cent that was made by the mints is sitting in the wallet. I mean, I'm sure a couple of you internet sleuths can go and find out what that wallet is. You can see that the money's gone in and nothing's gone out, and that's what we always said we would do as a team, and that's what we've done. So,
I see Macedon's comment. It's bang on. More disappointed in the Web3 crypto peeps not recognizing these projects. I mean, I'm not saying I'm pissed off that people didn't invest. That's not what I'm saying, but he's definitely on the ball there. Like the overall mentality of people, they're so blindsided by this 10,000x overnight, which I was in the past, so I understand it. But people are so blindsided by all this that they're missing such legitimate, solid projects out there that if it just picked up with the right people in the space, I mean, it's groundbreaking. Drone Tech is an unbelievable project. We can all see that.
There it is.
So touch the wood if it's near you guys. We've got another 48 hours with Pierre with discussions, so we'll have an update by Friday, and cross fingers we'll be able to get something going. But yeah, so we'll hold.
Yeah, I mean, we're working hard behind the scenes here, guys. I mean, but again, the thing is, we want to give to you guys what was presented. So I mean, that was one of the very hard sticking points that we had. Is that we cannot change what was presented at the 11th hour. So yes, I mean, we're working on this here behind the scenes. We will get back to you guys on Friday. And then we will just have to give you guys an update. But again, like I said, Friday for us is our deadline. If we don't have all of our T's crossed and I's dotted, to present to you guys by this weekend. So Friday's our deadline with Pierre. So if we don't have everything done and ready for you guys by this weekend, then from next week, I've already informed Kyle to then start putting in the refund process. In the refund process, there won't be anything for you guys to do. I mean, obviously, we've got all the wallet addresses. We've got the contract factory, which identifies where all the NFTs are. So, I mean, there will literally be nothing for you guys to do. We will then just inform you guys that all the drops have been done. Yeah, Black Cat, that would be awesome, brother. It really would. Maybe for December, because like I said, the problem is now with this contract, it's out of our hands, and I don't like the uncertainty of not knowing exactly what that looks like on paper. So, I mean, that's also another thing. This AVAX spike was a little bit of a blessing in disguise. So when when I asked Kyle to pause the minting due to the AVAX Skype spike, and then when we were having these problems with Drone Tech, that's when I actually asked Kyle, I said, please don't open it again. Let's first get all this sorted out. Because I definitely did not want to be accepting any payments for an NFT for something that was uncertain about. I mean, it's just not the right thing to do. So, we had until Wednesday today, which is when I said I'd give you guys the update. Of course, we had a few meetings with Pierre. Pierre said that he would come back to us with a proposal by today. He asked me for another 24 hours to come back with the proposal. So hence why I'm trying to give it now till Friday. But again, we're not going to keep waiting for a proposal to come through. I mean, for me, Friday is my deadline. If we have all that information by Friday to present to you guys, and that's awesome. If not, well, then let's carry on. Because, I mean, don't forget, we do have other projects in line, so I think then afterwards, we'll just start concentrating on the other projects that we've got lined up. So, Brent, you want to add something there, mate?
Not particularly. I do want to say or give a big thank you to everyone in the community. You guys are solid. It's Greg and Ben are putting on a nice face. I don't have the hours up in the morning yet to put that nice face on. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys are fantastic. I appreciate you guys. And on to the next, if that's where we have to go.
Absolutely. Yeah, Red. I mean, we'll always have your guys' backs. I mean, I think that's just always it's always been our ambition, was just to make sure that, we take care of our community. And I mean, that's what we will do. That's what we'll continue to do. And yeah, that's it. So, I mean, from me, guys, that's not much more that I can add to that. I think that's us trying to be as open and transparent as what we can. I will get out an announcement in the next 30 minutes, maybe a bit later. Let me first get this video up and rendered onto YouTube. And then I'll put out an announcement with a link to the video, just explaining everything. And, yeah, I mean, Ben, unless you got something to add there, brother?
Not really, just echoing everything that we've already said. I mean, same as Save, just massive thank you to the community. And it's not easy running a crypto project. It might seem it from an investor's side, but from behind the scenes, it's not easy. And there's a lot of hours and a lot of, not arguments, but there's a lot of heads bumping.
Friction.
Yeah, I mean, that's natural. I mean, it's just, that's how the world works. But yeah, to have it all just like pulled from under your feet 2 days or 3 days before, like we had that big countdown on Twitter. It was great. Everyone's like getting all pumped for it. Great feeling. And then to have that pulled from under your feet, it's same feeling for everyone here. It's not very nice, but just the way it is. So we learn. There's not a lot we can learn from, really. I mean, it's out of our hands, but we move on. And then, yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day. So we're not going to let it stop us in the long term, the long run. But yeah, just a massive thank you to everybody. So that's all I've got to say.
Yeah, I echo that as well. At Sky, per wallet address for donation for the team in announcement. Sorry, SS77, I don't understand what you mean there.
He's saying put your wallet address there, and then everybody can donate to you, so you can go and get a haircut.
I don't need a haircut, mate.
But no.
Yeah, I might need a shave, to be honest. But yeah.
Yes, appreciate the thought, but this is something that we have always said we were going to do, and
yeah,
we're going to stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cheers for that, SS. I mean, the thing is, I can tell you guys again, just so you guys can have an understanding of it. But I mean, this is not your problem, and we've never ever wanted it to be the community's problem. It's always been ours. But I mean, yeah, I mean, we've spent close to about 40K, you know, when it comes to everything considered, you know, which, I mean, again, we will shoulder. I mean, it's not your problem. It's a very nice thought, and I do appreciate it, and it's very, very sweet, and it's actually very touching, you know, but yeah, I mean, that's the cost of doing business, exactly. I mean, you know, you win some, you lose some. I mean, we've lost this one. It's fine. That's not your guys' problem. It's not fine. It hurts, but I mean, it's not your guys' problem. You know, it wouldn't be fair of us to make it your problem. You know, and that's not what we want to do. So yeah. Yeah, Mike, you will, mate. I mean, you guys will get it all back. Like I say, by next week. Give me till Friday. Let me try and sort out. I want to call a spade. I'm not hopeful that I'll get something sorted out by Friday. I'm really not, but I would love to be proven wrong. But if I can, you know, if we as a team, we can pull out, you know, when I say I'm talking about team, sorry, apologies. But, you know, if us as a team, we can pull out a rabbit out of the hat if you want and get it all going, then awesome. And you guys will be the first to know. You know, but if not, yeah, I mean, we'll then get you guys that all done by the end of next week. It'll all be done. So, yeah. Forgive me, I'm at work. We're opening the mint. Black Cat, I will send out an announcement just now with a quick recap of today's conversation, and then that will help you. Sorry, mate. No worries, brother. Anytime. And you know, Black Cat Syndicate, you actually got confused by Ben. Ben almost shouted at you. Because there's another Black Cat Panther or something like that keeps posting this silly link.
Black Panther, the ass. 8281, that's who I need to go at. I was going to... yeah, I need to have a word with him.
But anyways, yeah, guys, I mean, from me, that's it. I mean, again, apologies for all this. You know, we'll do what we've got to do there, and we'll get back to you guys by Friday. You know, I don't want to sound like a broken record here.
Yeah, I mean, has anyone got any questions before we go? We'll see Martin's typing. How do I get on stage? That's going to be his question.
You want me to bring you up, Martin? Give me a second, I'll bring you up. As long as your headset works.
Will you hold me? I think that's a question for Greg. Definitely is a Greg question.
No, sorry. I'm sure that... no need, okay. I'm sure that Cosmic Red is much more attractive than me, Black Cat.
Well, Cosmic needs one too, and she's in Bangkok, so there you go, Greg, Martin. Show us some love.
Awesome.
Make her... In these sad times, we'll need a hug, I think. Community event, group hug in Bangkok. Let's do it.
But yeah, okay, guys. Anyways, I will also get... I'll put Brent on a bit of a task here, you know, and get him to give you guys some more updates on the projects that are in the pipeline. You know, we were always waiting for Drone Tech to finish before we mention the other projects, so I'll put Brent and Kyle on updating you guys on the other projects, and then and then we can go from there. I mean, I think like Ben said, you know, we'll just keep on grinding because we will succeed. I think we do have a project here that has got lots and lots and lots of potential. I mean, again, potential in terms of being able to take care of the community. And that's what we're going to carry on working for, guys, all the way through.
Yep. Virtual hug back at you, Mike. Right, is there anything else, guys? Otherwise, we're going to wrap this up.